Alright, so if you didn't think it could get worse, it did get worse. So what's happened is Nvidia did release their 555 driver. It's not unstable yet, except on like Arch, but Arch itself is kind of unstable, so that's not a high bar to clear. But the 555 driver tries to fix some issues on Wayland, and God willing, in the next 2 to 3 years, Nvidia will be usable on Wayland. But I'm not fucking holding my breath. Now, what it did do in the interim, though, while it's being fixed, is right now Bazite hasn't updated outside of testing because there's a bug right now with Firefox. The NVIDIA driver works fine on Chromium, but it does not work on Firefox, so it just completely breaks Firefox. This kind of leads me to believe that NVIDIA doesn't really care about making sure their driver is compatible with open source software, you know? Because, I mean, testing on Chromium was cool if you just assume that 99% of the market uses Chromium, but yeah, it leaves vendor support as something that we've had a problem with in the past, and I really hate using either hardware or software that has no vendor support. It's a problem. Because if your vendors don't support it, then where the fuck does that leave you? You know, that's why I say that I'm not gonna use RISC-V yet. It actually, I, I don't think I've made a video on it yet, but I'll just quickly address it here. Is Framework has made a RISC-V module for their framework laptops, and that's cool as like a development thing, but like RISC-V doesn't have the have have the vendor support, so like none of your shit's gonna run for like a daily operating system, you know. It's a cool idea, but it's more of a server ISA, so I don't really see a future of it being used on like laptops or desktops or something, but rather on like SBCs or server boards or like the hobby market or something. Maybe you'll see like Gigabyte or Dell or HP or somebody make a RISC-V rack, which would be cool. But this isn't about RISC-V. So yeah, and then I could see it breaking into like server LAN, and that would be cool. Uh but this is again the problem with having a proprietary driver is if the vendor that makes the driver doesn't support your software, you're fucked, you know? Like what are you supposed to do? And while this is technically a one-off problem, this does show an alarming lack of care on NVIDIA's part, as they promise that they're going to start getting more into open source development. Seeing them not test one of the most widely used browsers in the Linux market before shipping out their driver update, uh, it kind of shows where their priorities are, you know, where they don't give a shit. You know, they don't care, they don't want to care, and they're doing this kind of half-assed in order to just barely meet the minimum requirement to support the operating system, and I don't think that's right. You know, I don't think it's a good idea. One sec, let me go res this guy. Shit. Where'd he go? But yeah, I don't think that I mean, we just had this argument the other day, you know, and this Steve won't shut the fuck up about it. I swear to God. But where is this motherfucker? Oh, there he is. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, I just don't see like what you're supposed to do. I'll just re-record this honestly. I don't know. Um, so what the fuck? I may even edit this video just as like a proof of concept to show that I can edit it, but probably not. Anyways, yeah, I'm actually kind of pissed about this because we just had this fucking argument, and he swore up and down the video is the best thing ever for Linux if all you do is fucking AI and DaVinci Resolve. And I'm like, yeah, but this shit doesn't work out of the box, and they don't have the support that they need in order to um, in order to support this operating system, and that's just not going to fucking change, you know? And so, of course, he calls me every name under the sun for that, but fuck you. I was right. Here's my proof that I was right. Here's the vindication that I was right. They don't give a fuck about Linux. They never will. Fucking buy AMD. Uh, that's about the end of it for now. Thanks.